What's going on, everyone? Are you searching for a powerful all-wheel drive bike that won't break the bank? This is the Freesky Warrior Pro, and it's currently $1,849, and at that price point offers some pretty nice features. It's a full suspension e-bike with a double crown fork up front and a single shock absorber in the rear. It has a frame integrated 48 volt 25 amp hour battery pack, 1000 watt motors in both the front and the rear wheel with a selectable all-wheel drive system. It's got 4 piston hydraulic brakes and a color display that also has a built-in NFC security feature. But before you can decide if the Warrior Pro is what you're looking for, let me tell you everything I can about it. Now, the first thing to know about the Warrior Pro is the startup procedure. You just take the NFC card and swipe it over the screen to power on the bike. If you push the power button, it's going to prompt you for a password, and you got to enter the correct password in order to turn the bike on. So it's a security feature that keeps anyone from just turning on your bike and riding away. They're going to either have to have this card or know the passcode to get in. The display settings are really easy to navigate. You can change things like your units between metric imperial, your speed limit, your number of pedal assist levels that you want, and also even your slow start settings. You can change those, so great display. It's got leather wrap grips with a palm rest that lock into place and also has a left-hand thumb throttle, but you can order a twist throttle on their website as well. The ride position, I would say, is a little bit lean forward. I mean, you've got full suspension and dual motors here. It's an aggressive looking bike. I think they wanted to give it a slightly aggressive feel in the ride position. The minimum seat height is 35 inches because that's where this plastic fender clips on. If you remove that fender out of there, you can lower it down to probably about 34.5 inches. For the ride quality, your seat is nice and wide and soft. It's spring loaded. And then the fork also felt really smooth, and it does have a compression adjustment dial on the top, so you can dial it up stiffer or softer to whatever you prefer. The rear suspension did provide enough travel for my 180-pound weight, but note that it is a non-adjustable rear shock. But tearing through an open field across those bumps, I mean, it was a very comfortable ride on the Warrior Pro. So we got dual motors and a selectable all-wheel drive system. Everything's controlled with the I button on the keypad here. You just long press the I button and it'll toggle you between rear wheel, front wheel, and dual motor drive. The rear wheel single motor drive is surprisingly strong, and the all-wheel drive system is a little bit interesting how it functions. Let me show you what I mean. All right, let's see if we can't show you some accelerations. This is rear wheel only. 3, 2, 1, go. Decent little pull. It's nice. Let's spin around and show you some more. All right, here you go. This is the front motor only. 3, 2, 1, go. About the same. Feels very similar. All right, let's give you an all-wheel drive acceleration here. 3, 2, 1, go. There's front. Kicks in strong. So your front motor's got that little bit of a delay to it. You get rolling, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 miles an hour and it kicks in. Or at 4 and then it kicks in. Now, as you saw in those accelerations, the front motor's on a bit of a delay before it engages, and Freesky told me that's to save stress on the forks. And I guess I get that. I mean, I've put geared hub motors into forks before that couldn't handle it, and I've broken more than one set of forks. So I understand. They want the bike kind of moving before that front motor engages. It's the same with pedal assist. If I start pedaling, there's rear, and then there's front. It's a delay on the kick in. So it's one of those quirks about the bike where you just got to be ready for when that front motor engages. So the dual motor mode is a little bit quirky. It took me a second to get used to driving it with that delay in the front motor, but the dual motor mode has a ton of power. I really found myself only using that when I want to do really powerful high-speed riding or at a nice long hill to tackle, because it certainly has a ton of hill climb power. Let me show you that. All right, let's try a top speed run here real quick. I'm in pedal assist 5, and I'm just rotating the pedals. My throttle's locked down to 20, so I can't do throttle only. But we got a cadence sensor, so we just got to turn the pedals. Rear wheel drive, looks like we're topping out around 31. Let's switch it to all wheel. All right, all wheel drive, let's see where it tops out now. We're at 32. The bike says 30. And that's about where it tops out. I'm not pushing on the pedals at all. Let's give it just a little bit of downhill. See if that makes it any quicker. There's 33 on the GPS. 34. It's just a real slight downhill grade. So your top speed on all-wheel drive is going to be in the low 30s. Time to show you how she does on the hills. This is our hill climb testing ground where we test all the bikes on the same hill and we time them going up. So I'm going to stop right here at the bottom. I'm going to put it into all-wheel drive mode. So we got full power, pedal assist 5. We're all maxed out. So throttle only up the hill. Let's see how the Warrior does. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, oh, there's the front motor kicking in. And it's off to the races now. Holy cow. We're up to 17 miles an hour, 18, 19. It's crushing this hill. And time. That was a good time. Wow. All right, yeah, lots of hill climb power in this thing. It took a minute for the front motor to engage. You know, it's on that delay start. But man, once it kicked in, no trouble on that hill at all. Let's see how it performs on this nice long hill out of the bottom of this neighborhood. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And then come on, where's the front motor? There it is, kicked in, and now we're off. Wow, pulling strong. We hit the 20. I'm gonna start pedaling. Not pushing though, just rotating. Otherwise it would have, you know, the throttle's capped at 20. I mean, pulling me out here at 27 miles an hour. Into a strong wind too. Ample hill climb power. Now I should also note that I'm not even at a full battery charge. Normally I try to do those hill climbs when I'm close to a full battery. I'm at 61% battery right now. So great showing. I mean, your battery's not going to always be at 100%. So that's, I think that's kind of a true real world hill climb for you. You got a lot of power on demand with this Warrior Pro, but truthfully, I found myself riding in single motor mode most of the time, just rear wheel drive. And you know, for casual riding, 0 to 20 miles per hour, that seemed like the mode to be in. It was still very strong, had lots of power, and it was a smoother power delivery. I didn't have the front motor kicking in and out. Now, in addition to your power, you also got some decent brakes on this Warrior Pro. The brand says semi-log, and they're 4 piston calipers, and they had some pretty decent stopping power. Let's do a brake check. Nice and strong. Good brakes. I like the brakes. All right, let's try a high-speed brake test. It's really easy to lock up the brakes. Holy cow. I just did like a 30-foot skid. But very strong brakes. Very strong. The name brand is Semi-Log. I don't know where that ranks in, you know, how good they're supposed to be, but man, they work really good. Now, if you're someone that pedals your e-bike a lot, you're gonna wanna know that this is a cadence sensor for pedal assist, and the gearing is a 48 tooth up front and 14/28 in the back. Here's my experience with pedal assist. All right, let's talk about gearing and pedal assist and throttle. So for gearing, you got a 7-speed shifter here. I've had no issue with it. It seems to shift just fine, can run through all the gears. In 7th gear, you can pedal up to, I'd say, about 30 miles an hour. Once I get to 30 miles an hour, my legs are spinning fast enough that I don't care to pedal anymore. So you kind of ghost pedal after that. Your pedal assist system is a cadence sensor, which means you just got to turn the pedals. You don't got to push on them. Just rotate the pedals and you get power. Pedal assist 1 takes me to about 8 miles an hour. 2 looks like it's going to take me to about 12 miles an hour. 3 takes you up to about maybe 18, 20 miles an hour. So it's a speed-based system. Every time you go up on the pedal assist number, it takes you to a higher speed and then the motor cuts out. Now the throttle is programmed to give you 20 miles an hour. If I push the throttle, it's gonna run me up to in the neighborhood of 20 and then cut out. Truthfully, it takes me a little bit faster than that. You can see GPS, it's bringing me, I'm going uphill right now. It brought me to 23 before it cut out. If you wanna go faster than that on throttle, you got to buy the throttle unlock controller, and that'll just open the throttle up completely. You can go 30 miles an hour on that. Now there's another feature in the settings, which is the throttle PAS setting, and that will, if you want, I don't know why, well, I do know why some people would want it, but I've got it turned to throttle PAS off, which means my throttle always gives me 20 miles an hour. If you turn that setting to on, it will limit your throttle based on your pedal assist number. So your throttle in pedal assist 1 would only take you to like 8 miles an hour. I've had people ask me that before, like, you know, can the bike do that? Because I wanna set the throttle low for off-roading. So it does have that feature if you're interested in that. So here's my pedaling position, 6 feet tall. If you were a lot taller than me, you might need to get a longer seat post. And as far as shorter, I mean, I would recommend 5'7" or higher on a bike this size. Now everyone's got different needs for the e-bike and different features they're looking for. So I really encourage you to keep doing your research, find the bike that best serves your needs. But here's a couple additional pieces of information about the Warrior, maybe help you to decide if this is the one for you. So this is a fairly heavy e-bike. I mean, ready to ride, it weighs 95 pounds. So make sure you're able to handle that weight. The standover height to right here is 27 inches. Not really a mid step, but if you're tall like me with long legs, I mean, you can step over that top bar. It's 27 from ground to right here. Now it does come with a headlight, but no tail light or brake light on the back of the bike. And being that you've got a motor in the front wheel is not quick release. It's bolted on there. Now I mentioned before that Freesky sells a twist throttle that you can add if you don't like the thumb throttle, but they also sell a throttle unlock controller. I think it's about 150 bucks. Put that new controller in and that'll remove all the speed limits off your throttle. You know, right now it's capped at 20. If you buy that controller, it unlocks it totally. You can go the full, 32, 33 miles an hour on just throttle alone. Now I know people love to dress up their e-bike after they get it, and this really didn't come with any accessories. Just got these 2 plastic fenders in the box, that was it. But I know Freesky does sell on their website a cycling package, which you can, I think it's 180 bucks, and you get the rear rack and full fenders and mirrors and a phone holder and all this stuff in like a bundle deal. So if you're gonna buy a Warrior, that might be something to look at just to give this bike more functionality. Well, hopefully I was able to give you some good information today on the Warrior Pro. If you got a question that I didn't cover, drop that in the comments. I'll do my best to answer it if I can. And as always, I hope you found this video helpful, informative, maybe at least entertaining. If you did, consider hitting subscribe, coming back for more reviews. Thanks.